So yeah, let's fire up the YouTube trade of the day because we're gonna talk about this and we're gonna do something else.
Right. So we are taking a look at right now in the welcome YouTubers, but we've got our SPX Jade Lizard position that we put on Friday, put a 25% GTC in for, and it hit this morning at 9:21 a.m. Now, I think it's a lot of times it's a little bit more days than that, but we had the weekend built in here. So if we put one on today in our vast research of a couple weeks, but the research that Kai has done, will probably be out in 2 days. So if we put it on today, I'm going to guess Wednesday is when we'll get out.
Unless we get a big down move or something happens, something wild happens in the market.
Well, a down move, yeah, a down move, we'd stay in it.
Yeah, then we're kind of stuck in it.
It won't come off earlier unless you get a big vol crush or an upsize move that goes through the call spread, because then we'd close it manually.
And for these, we're only having one on at a time. So we put one on Friday, the GTC to take, did we take 25%? Yeah. Right. I think 355, and we bought back for 355. We collected 470 when we sold it. So 25%. So we're going to put another one on today. We're going to always have one on at a time. So for those of you who may have seen an old video on us doing this Jade Lizard, we're doing it again. And then we're going to do another trade after this Jade Lizard. We're going to put on our 45-day Iron Condor.
So we are 2x floor traders, and we're putting these in our accounts. So I was listening to Kai this morning too say that whenever he does the studies, he wants to have things in his own accounts to keep an eye on it, to watch it. So what we're doing in our accounts is what you're actually going to see us do on these shows too.
And so I'm glad we're doing this today because we're mechanically putting on these 5-day Jade Lizards that showed the best results. Liz, today we have a decision to make. We have 4-day, we have the 4-day, or we have the 7-day. There is no 5-day. Are you going to go with the 4-day, or are you going to go with the 7-day?
I actually did. I love that you're making this very dramatic, and I love the drama behind it. I didn't even think about it. I opened up the 4-day because in my mind, it's easier for me.
Yeah, right. The 4-day, it's going to decay quicker. The 7-day will get our further break evens, but let's stick with the 4-day. That wasn't researched in the study. The 7-day was, and the 10-day was, but heck, we're just going to throw caution to the wind and do the 4-day. All right, a $20 wide put spread, 71.45, 71.25. That's we can adjust these if we need to.
You're going to especially because it's 4 days and not 5. You're going to need to cheat them in a little bit.
Okay, yeah, we're only getting 455. Mm-hmm. So when she says cheat them in, I'm gonna bring that call spread down because we don't have risk to the upside. I'd rather bring the call spread down, but then the common sense slide comes in and you're like, oh, we're getting a dime more to move the call spread down 10 strikes.
No, thank you.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
So
yeah, yeah, lock it at 430 is fine. So if we take 25% of this, so let's realistically look at this. Now, what we're trying to do is always have one on in our account. So one comes off, one comes on. So we're always going to approximately have $1,500 in risk. And if we're going to take this off within a day or 2 days at 25%, which is going to be around $100, think about it from that perspective. You're going to get $100. If you've got $4 on something, it's $100 and some change. Wherever you land with this, that's a decent return on capital. So every couple days, you're going to be getting that with the same amount of money at risk. That's our goal here, is to never, on this one, we're going to do other ones too, where we're laddering them and keeping different things in there. But with this one, we always want $1,500 at risk, and we always want to be making about $50 a day.
So I pulled it all the way down to the 30 delta to get about $5. I don't know what you.
I say take it up to the 4, whatever. Go to the expected move. Let's stick to our mechanics. That's how Jacob put them in, is a $5 wide on the top at the expected move and a $20 wide on the bottom. You're not collecting as much. I mean, I'd like 450. There you go. Lock it, ship it. Let's see if we can get filled.
Okay, so we've got our call spread at the expected move and the put spread at the expected move, $20 wide by $5 wide. We had a viewer email us over the weekend saying, how about we call this a Jade Lizard with a long tail? So because people say, why are you calling this a Jade Lizard? It's a skewed Iron Condor. So the viewer said, let's call it a Jade Lizard with a long tail. It's not, if I go to the analysis page and you take a look at it, here we go. You can see.
There you go.
I almost have to zoom out, right? Zoom in.
Zoom in.
We can't see the bottom. We can't see where this ends, but we know it's defined risk, and that's that $1,550.
Yeah, 1550. That looks pretty good, and that's only for a couple days. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, we know that.
Okay, so I'm going to ship this. And it's Monday. I'm going to put on my 45-day Iron Condor.
Yes. We're going to do both. So we're laddering in. These are trades that we have on in our own accounts on a weekly, monthly, daily basis. So the Jade Lizard one's always going to be on. There's two separate rules to this. Jade Lizard, one comes off, one goes on. This one is every Monday you ladder into them. So you know what your risk is going to be, but they're more durational trades.
Every Monday, but it's nice because now I'm getting to the point where I want to have them on weekly. And so I'm finally getting to that point where I've got some short-term ones on there. So I'm going to 45-day options, and I'm going to go, I think about 20 delta. So let's take a look. If I go to the 20 delta, and that's beyond the expected move, but let's take a look at what we're going to get here. If I just go the 20 delta and make it $20 wide, actually, it has to be $25 wide because you'll see at the top,
yeah,
the $25 wides. So $75.50, and then I go to the top 20 delta. Where is it?
Keep going.
Okay, so here we have a 20 delta, and then 40, 50. I guess I could do 20. Sometimes you have no choice but $25 wide on the top, 40, 50, 60. So I'm going to bring the bottom up and make it two $20 wide spreads. So $20 wide on the bottom, $20 wide on the top. I get about $7, and you're risking $1,300. I put these in every week, once a week, and put in a GTC for 50%.
And so how have these been doing? They've been coming off after so are you 50% or 21 days?
So far, my first one, the first one I put on, oh good, we were filled at 450. The very first one I put on was, it blew through both sides of the call spread. And that trade has, I can tell you, and that was the first one I put on, and that trade has, I think it has like 17 or 18 days left. It's right around here.
Okay.
So that was my first one. The other ones, the week out and the week out and the week out, they have not come off yet for 50%.
Okay. But your ultimate goal was to have them on. You knew they were going to get to have them short term. Yeah.
Short term. Right. So then every week I've got one on. So I'm hoping, it's really interesting. April was in the top 5 bullish months in the history of
ever.
Ever in the history. Top 5 bullish months in the history of SPY. So it's not a surprise that one of those, it blew through the call spread.
Correct.
I'm still holding on to it and debating if I should close those at 21 DTE. I don't know. But it's just very simple. 20 delta, 20 point wide put spread, call spread, collecting about $7.
Okay. I love it. Honestly, I like this. I like the mechanicalness behind it. I like the fact that you're using SPX. There's still a 40 rank, right? So the mechanicalness of this, and we kind of talked a little bit about this. You're watching some fluctuations. It's through your call spread, but that's going to happen when you use the 20. When you're doing something with a 20 delta short, what are the chances that it's going to touch or go through that at some point during the cycle? If you've got 20 delta,
40%. Yeah. So when you take delta and it's 20 delta, 20% chance that'll end up in the money, 40% chance it'll touch that strike sometime in the time frame. Now, a lot of our mechanics show close at 21 days no matter what. At 21 days, I looked at it. You see these trades. We're getting about $700 on a $20 wide, so our max loss is about $1,300. When my max loss is about $1,300, at that 21-day mark, I was just a few $100s away from that. So I thought, well, I'm going to leave it on because to me, the risk reward said, just leave this on. And I've got 18 more days for a pullback in the market. We'll see. But the other ones are okay so far.
But by the mechanically putting them on, you're kind of smoothing out the delta curve instead of saying, I'm putting 5 on here. So you might have, at the end of the day, 5 on, but they're all a little bit different, which smooths out your deltas a little bit.
And today, Kai did a study. He was doing a zero DTE study on rolling. If your side gets tested, rolling the other side, and the results were good. So that's a thought too. If it breaches one of the call sides, roll up the puts. That's an option. Roll up the put and maybe narrow the put spread if you're rolling it up.
I love it. I love it. So those are our two mechanical SPX trades. You've heard it before. You'll hear it again because we're doing it each week. So we're going to keep talking about them.